Power up. In the morning, as I seek God, the King of the universe, filling up on His peace. So in Philippians chapter 4, verse 4, rejoice, I in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Some will say, how do you rejoice and have power when storms of life hit, taking power away at a moment's notice? In my neighborhood, the winds were so strong. Yep, a tornado right down the street while I was at work. A wind was so bad, the old trees were knocked down. They're knocking out power over nearly every block. It was a true power shortage, a power outage. A power outage forces you out of your comfort zone to a simpler time of reality. No power, no lights, no modern life. So they complained to the power company. They complained to each other and to God. Spiritual power at times seems to be lost, like when storms of your life knock you out of your comfort zone. Spiritually empty, no direction, no vision of life, with the old ways of complaining and stumbling about. How both power losses are connected. Your old heritage, like that old tree of those who stood the test of time, praying, reading, teaching, all have now been removed. Now no power. Philippians chapter 4, verse 4. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say rejoice. Let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. That means petition. And with thanksgiving, let your request be known to heaven, unto God. With the Lord is at hand, with moderation means control of your emotions. Be careful, for lack nothing. That means worry not. So, once again, back to the power outage. So I seek God on the power outage. God, show me mercy. Show me unity. He shows me unity can only cause a power surge. A power surge was so strong in some locations, causing the very home of the gathering to burn. The house was spared, but in the natural, the utility company was overwhelmed, for it was by the neighbors working together. Community became united in love. God provided by showing unity in us. Out came the generators and the chainsaws. So in the community, unity became the power and the means to remove obstacles. Became that reality. Old dead areas of faith that were like that tree blown over, preventing movement in our streets, gone. Faith can again flow forward. Old dead areas left behind, we were to worry no more. By unity, we prayed. God provides the tools, so remove what was done in the old ways of power that were now an obstacle. You and your obedience, working not alone, but in unity with your neighbors, you would never have to talk that you would not have talked with. Families you would have never have taken the time to agree on anything. In unity, we all focus on restoration, a restoration of power. A new restoration is occurring. That's in the spirit. I was shown as I seek God, fathers to sons, mothers to daughters, brothers and sisters coming again together in unity. So back to my neighborhood with its fallen, damaged, huge tree my brother had to face. With no answers in sight from the utility company, my brother and his neighbors decided to cut up that huge tree that prevented not just the power loss, but it blocked access to the street. That's right, the very street that the utility company needed to bring the power back. All together, and once that tree was removed, wow, the electric company saw that the tree was removed, and they reconnected the lines of power. And the whole block was full of light. Once again, Philippians chapter 4, verse 7 and 8. And the peace of God that passes all understanding shall keep your hearts and your minds through Christ Jesus. And finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are honest, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, wherever things are of good report, if there's any virtue, if there's any praise, think on these things. Yes, by seeking God in unity, peace will come. So your walk in this life will stay balanced. And think on what God has already provided. Restoration. So through this power loss experience, you have learned to have peace in good and bad times. We have learned to help one another. In first seeking God to show us how He would make the means to restore power and peace. God teaches commitment, contentment of your soul, while even in the storm. Once again, we're back to Philippians chapter 4, verse 12 and 13. It says, I know both how to be abased, that means brought low, and I know to abound everywhere in all things. That means he's learned how to deal with nothing, and then when you have everything. I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to have plenty and to suffer need. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Yep, in our temporary power loss, as we seek God, He reminds us we already have the supplies. Just had to move them into place and to use them in love and in unity. So contentment and now peace will be in place no matter how a storm blows in. Power up.